What's up, everybody? Nitro Dwyer back for the 10th inning here with another episode of This Day in Sports History. In yesterday's episode, we saw Roy Halladay throw only the second MLB postseason no-hitter as the Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Cincinnati Reds 4-0 in 2010. We don't have any MLB postseason no-hitters to talk about today, but we do have some college football, we have some more postseason action, and we have some more MLB records to get into. So if y'all enjoy this video, leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. This Day in Sports History. We start out in golf in 1891 at the British Open, and Hugh Kirkcaldy would win 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Andrew Kirkcaldy and Willie Fernie to claim his only major. Over to college football in 1916, and Georgia Tech would defeat Cumberland 222-0. Making it the most lopsided score in the history of United States college football. 9 years later in 1925, in Major League Baseball, before Game 1 of the World Series, Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis would order the Pirates and the Senators to wear black armbands in memory of former Giants legend Christy Mathewson. Mathewson died earlier in the morning, and although the practice would become a common occurrence, this is believed to be the first time in Major League history that teams have altered their uniform to acknowledge the passing of a fellow ball player. Staying in the World Series in 1933, the New York Giants would defeat the Washington Senators 4-3 to claim their 4th of 8 World Series titles. 2 years later, remaining at the World Series in 1935, and the Detroit Tigers would defeat the Chicago Cubs 4-3 in 6 games to win their first of 4 World Series titles. Staying in the World Series in 1950, back to the juggernauts though, the New York Yankees. They would defeat the Philadelphia Phillies 5-2 at Yankee Stadium to earn the sweep 4-0 to win their 13th World Series championship of 27. And we stay with the Yankees in 1952. The Yankees would defeat the Dodgers 4-3 to win their 15th of 27 titles and win 4 consecutive World Series titles, tying their own record. Take a little break off of baseball though, move up to 1962. In the LPGA Championship in women's golf, Judy Kimball at 2 under would win her only major title, 4 strokes ahead of runner-up Shirley Spork. Back to the Yankees in the World Series in 1964, we don't have anyone winning yet, but we do have the start of the 1964 World Series, which would see the Yankees make their 14th appearance in the last 16, and they would make this against the St. Louis Cardinals. We move over to F1 now. In 1973, Jackie Stewart would win his 3rd F1 World Drivers' Championship despite withdrawing from the season-ending U.S. Grand Prix. Staying in F1 in 1979, and Jody Scheckter would become the first South African to claim the F1 World Drivers' Championship with a 4-point victory, and this would be his only championship. Move over to the NFL in 1984, and Walter Payton would surpass Jim Brown as the NFL's career rushing leader when Payton had 154 rushing yards on the day, putting him past Brown's mark of 12,312 yards. We move up to 2001 now, and we have, you guessed it, Barry Bonds and Rickey Henderson to talk about. We will start with Rickey Henderson, and he would join the 3,000 hit club, becoming only the 25th member of 32 overall in the club after a double off of John Thompson. Now we go over to Barry Bonds, and Barry Bonds would extend his single-season home run record, hitting his 73rd home run off of Dennis Springer. This would be his final home run of the season. Move over to golf now in 2007, and at the Senior Players Championship, Lauren Roberts at 13 under would win his 3rd of 4 Champions Tour major titles, 6 strokes ahead of runner-up Tom Watson. Go back to the NFL in 2012, and New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees would break Johnny Unitas' NFL record for consecutive games with a passing touchdown at 47. This would be Brees' 48th game when he connects with Devery Henderson in the Saints' 31-24 victory over San Diego. And we will end today's video off in 2018 in Major League Baseball in the playoffs. At only 20 years old, 293 days, Ronald Acuna Jr. would become the youngest player in MLB history to hit a postseason grand slam, going deep off of Walker Buehler in the 2nd inning of the Braves' 6-5 victory over the Dodgers. The previous record was held by Mickey Mantle at 21 years, 349 days, so Acuna was more than a year younger than Mantle when he did this. So there you have it. That's what happened on this day in sports history. If I left anything out, I do apologize, but I'll see everybody tomorrow. for Nick Dwyer in the 10th inning.